Have you ever wondered how Great Britain, a small island in the North Atlantic, became such a powerful nation? Our story begins thousands of years ago. In the mists of prehistory, the island we now know as Great Britain was once a land of wild forests and roaming beasts, inhabited by early humans who left behind tantalizing clues to their lives. These were the days of the Stone Age, a time when our ancestors used simple tools carved from stone, bone, and wood. One of the most enduring legacies of this period is the enigmatic monument of Stonehenge. Rising from the Salisbury Plains, these towering stones still guard their secrets thousands of years after they were first erected. They stand as a testament to the ingenuity and determination of these early people, whose lives revolved around the cycles of the sun and moon. As the centuries rolled on, the island began to change. The arrival of new peoples brought fresh ideas, new technologies, and different ways of life. Among the most influential were the Celts, a collection of tribes who arrived from mainland Europe. They brought with them iron working techniques, transforming the landscape and the lives of its inhabitants. The Celts were not a single people, but a patchwork of tribes, each with their own customs, languages, and gods. Yet they shared a common cultural thread, weaving a rich tapestry of art, music, and mythology that still echoes down the centuries. Their influence can still be felt today, particularly in the regions of Scotland, Wales, and Cornwall. But the dawn of Britain was about to enter a new phase. To the south, a great empire was rising, setting its sights on the rich and fertile lands of the island. This was Rome, a power unlike anything the island had seen before. The Roman conquest would transform Britain, leaving an indelible mark on its people, its culture, and its landscape. So, the seeds of Great Britain's future were planted in these early years, setting the stage for the dramatic events to come. Moving forward, we find ourselves in the medieval period, a time of kings, queens, and conquest. Our journey in the medieval era begins with the Norman conquest in 1066. A pivotal moment in British history, this event marked the beginning of a new era as William the Conqueror, Duke of Normandy, claimed the English throne. With this, the reign of Anglo-Saxon England came to an end, making way for the Norman rule. The resulting cultural fusion led to significant changes in the English language, architecture, and governance. The Norman conquest also marked the establishment of the English monarchy, a central element in the country's history. The monarchy proved to be more than just a symbol of power. It was the driving force behind the creation of a centralized state, leading to a more organized and effective system of governance. This period wasn't just about conquest and power, though. It was also a time of law and order. A landmark event during this era was the signing of the Magna Carta in 1215. King John put his seal on this important document, which was essentially a peace treaty between the king and his rebellious barons. But it became so much more than that. It laid the foundation for the principle that everyone, including the king, was subject to the law. The Magna Carta is often considered the first step towards constitutional law, shaping the democratic principles we value today. The medieval period was also marked by significant social and economic changes. The feudal system, while oppressive to many, structured society in a way that had not been seen before. There was a clear hierarchy, with the king at the top, followed by the nobles, knights, and peasants. This period was crucial in shaping the political landscape of Britain and establishing the monarchy that still exists today. Next, we enter the Age of Discovery, a time when Britain started to make its mark on the world. This period, spanning the 15th to the 17th centuries, was a time of exploration, innovation, and expansion. Britain, a relatively small island nation, set sail beyond its borders, driven by curiosity, ambition, and the allure of new lands and wealth. The British explorers were among those who dared to venture into the unknown. They charted new routes, discovered new lands, and encountered diverse cultures. This era of exploration was not only about geographical discovery, but also about the exchange and often imposition of ideas, beliefs, and systems. The Age of Discovery also marked the beginning of Britain's colonization efforts. From North America to Africa, Asia, and the Pacific, the British Empire began to take shape. The sun, it was said, never set on the British Empire, as its reach extended across the globe, its influence seeping into every corner of the world. This was an age of empire building, of asserting dominance and control, and of reaping the riches of the colonies. But it wasn't just exploration and colonization that defined this era. Back home, something equally transformative was happening: the Industrial Revolution. Britain was at the forefront of this revolution, which ushered in a new age of mechanization, urbanization, and unprecedented economic growth. The iron and textile industries expanded rapidly, railways crisscrossed the country, and cities grew at a remarkable pace. The Industrial Revolution changed the face of Britain and the world, influencing every aspect of life, from work and leisure to politics and culture. The Age of Discovery and the Industrial Revolution were two defining periods in British history. They were times of great change and progress, but also of conflict and exploitation. Nevertheless, they shaped the world as we know it today and propelled Britain to the forefront of global affairs. The Age of Discovery propelled Britain to new heights, establishing it as a global power. This was an era when Britain's influence began to be felt across the world, setting the stage for its role in the centuries to come. Now we move to more recent history, a period marked by world wars, social change, and decolonization. During the early 20th century, Britain found itself embroiled in two world wars. The First World War, a conflict unlike any other in history, saw Britain playing a significant role alongside its allies. The aftermath led to a restructuring of global power and significant changes within Britain itself. Then came the Second World War, a cataclysmic event that brought Britain to the brink. The country's resilience during this time was epitomized by the Blitz spirit, a term coined to describe the determination and unity of the British people in the face of adversity. In the wake of these wars, Britain underwent a process of decolonization. The sun began to set on the British Empire as nations across Asia, Africa, and the Caribbean gained their independence. This marked the end of an era and began a new chapter in Britain's history. Alongside these geopolitical shifts, the 20th century was also a time of significant social change in Britain. The post-war period saw the creation of the National Health Service, a testament to the growing recognition of social welfare. The suffragette movement, which had gained momentum in the early part of the century, culminated in women securing the vote, marking a milestone in the journey towards gender equality. The latter part of the century was characterized by the emergence of multicultural Britain. Immigration from former colonies, particularly in the 1950s and 1960s, transformed the social fabric of the country. Britain became a melting pot of cultures, enriching its society and shaping its modern identity. The 20th century also saw Britain grapple with economic challenges, from the post-war recovery to the oil crisis of the 1970s and the transition from manufacturing to a service-based economy. Each of these events left an indelible mark on Britain's economic landscape. These events reshaped Britain, leading it into the modern era. Finally, we arrive at present-day Britain, a diverse and influential nation on the global stage. The United Kingdom, consisting of England, Scotland, Wales, and Northern Ireland, is a beacon of multiculturalism, with an array of languages, religions, and cultures coexisting harmoniously. In the realm of global politics, Britain's influence is far-reaching. After the Brexit vote in 2016, the United Kingdom officially left the European Union in January of 2020. Marking a significant shift in its international relations. Despite the departure, Britain continues to play a pivotal role in European affairs, while also strengthening its ties with other nations around the globe. The economic landscape of Britain is a blend of traditional industries and emerging sectors. London, the capital, remains a global financial hub, with the London Stock Exchange being one of the world's largest. At the same time, the nation is embracing the digital age, with technology startups blossoming and efforts underway to transition towards a greener economy. Socially, Britain faces challenges similar to many other developed nations. Issues such as income inequality, housing affordability, and social mobility are at the forefront of public discourse. Yet the spirit of resilience that has guided Britain throughout its history continues to shine through as communities come together to find innovative solutions. Culturally, Britain continues to make its mark, with contributions to literature, music, film, and fashion that are celebrated worldwide. From the timeless works of Shakespeare to the revolutionary sounds of the Beatles to the iconic designs of Alexander McQueen, Britain's cultural footprint is unmistakable. From its ancient origins to its modern complexities, the history of Great Britain is a fascinating journey of resilience, innovation and power. It serves as a testament to how a small island can shape the course of global history.